do a lot of that because we got all these animals. But and we're kind of old and crippled, but you know,
Old and crippled. You
just so much
sound
fun.
you sound my age or younger, Matt.
My wife has a disability. She's got a congenital disease called EDS.
Mm.
It affects her ligaments
Oh
and
no.
her. So that's why she's going in and out of surgeries all the time. They're repairing things one by one, and then they break one by one.
Oh, well,
So,
that is no fun.
and I don't drive well at night, so it's we can do things, but we just don't so much. But animals are a real they're a real chain around your neck, but we love them.
Well, and you've got what, a flock of turkeys, and then what else?
Right now we don't have any turkeys because they all went bye bye. They got
Oh,
to the big
okay.
in the
You
spring.
don't keep any to breed for the next season, or?
No, we actually buy the poults each year. We have a few
Oh,
we have a few
okay.
pet turkeys, but they've gone on vacation because I can't deal with one of them in particular. He attacks me, and it's got to the point where the only way I can stop him is to grab him by the neck, and we all agree that that's not an appropriate way to treat an animal.
That
So
is probably not the best way of
he's
doing
on
things.
vacation.
Yeah,
He's on
yeah,
vacation, a long vacation, but he's probably going to come back. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
yeah, yeah. So we've got things up here, and I think from what you'd said, this is our the last turn.
Yeah, I believe so. You can
Okay.
double check that.
I wouldn't mind. It would mean that I have less to worry about.
Yeah, it's ending very appropriately for a vacation. You can come back and start something new.
Yeah. Well,
We should
after
talk
this, I
about
don't
that.
know that there's any other scenarios. It goes straight to the big battle, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here.
Yeah. Ends at
11,
the 2
2
p.m.
p.m.
turn. Yeah.
So we're in the 2 p.m. turn, right?
Yeah. Well, we're actually starting it. We need to
Yeah,
do, I guess, the orders phase and all that jazz.
all that jazz.
Yep. So I've got some rolling to do because I've got some commanders that need to get off the pot
Yep,
and do some
I hear
things. So I'm going to move Mr. Magical Murat so he can change. I don't have to roll for him. He can then automatically change somebody, correct? That's what I seem to
Yeah,
recall.
he has one AC, I think, so he can automatically change one if he's stacked with a division commander,
Right.
or he's with an eight of the division commander, I guess. And then and then any division commander can use his command
Oh, really?
bonus.
Oh, okay. That's nice. I did not know.
Right, every division commander does that. So if your division commander wants to change from move to assault, they roll an under eight if it's Bagavoo, or an under eight if it's the Milhau. So
Right. So Murat has two properties. He has one CP that can change an order of one cavalry division with whose leader he is stacked with. If two ACs are assigned to him, he can activate up to four. Okay, um, so yeah. So then, what is the 10 value that's on him?
10 is his personal command rating. So if he had to do something, I don't really know why he would
Yeah,
have to,
I
but
don't understand why because he's not commanding anything. So
no,
that's why I'm weird. Like, why does he have a command marker? So
I agree with you. And but Napoleon has one, I believe. Gotta go look. Let's see.
I didn't think Napoleon did. I mean, it
Yep,
would make more
Napoleon does.
sense.
Or Napoleon does not,
Yeah,
but Murat does. Go figure.
yeah. No, that's kind of weird. Well, it gives me something to post on Facebook.
Indeed, indeed. Although, yeah,
Okay.
very good.
Let's see.
Oh, he's crappy, dude. Okay, here's a roll. I got it. Nice. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, the one that I was hoping for didn't come through. Oh well. It's the nature of the universe.
42.
Yep.
And you kind of go all for broke and have everything all up and
Attack
running,
everywhere.
attack everywhere. It's like an old fashioned war game.
Yeah. Well, and I'm looking at it, and we've got 5 million, uh, little fatigue cubes.
Yeah, we
And I'm just
overdid the
like,
fatigue.
yeah, I'm just like, okay, well, because I was thinking, oh, if I destroy a bunch of your units, whatever else, that's going to really kind of cripple you. And then I'm like, oh, we could lose lots of stuff and
Well,
still have room to spare.
the fatigue cube issue for the individual scenarios is user based, and it is still a work in progress. Although I
Yeah,
still think it's the right way to do it. But the yeah, but definitely we got more fatigue cubes than we needed
yeah,
or we should have had. When the designers talk about the game, they say you should diminuate to the point that in the last couple of hours of the fight you have to really make decisions,
right.
and we do not have to make decisions. Okay, so I'm good when you are.
Yeah, I'm just dispensing with fatigue cubes for whatever that might actually be worth. It might not be worth anything, but I've only got 50, 58, 59 fatigue cubes left here on the last turn. So
All right, you should be careful with that. Someday they may become scarce.
I don't know. They're not scarce now. Although I wish I had Napoleon around to issue orders, but what can you do? Okay, cool. So I guess I have 22 initiative points.
And I have, oh golly, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 24.
24. Okay. So you're going to have the jump on me. You must have everybody attacking.
Yeah, I kind of do. Kind of do. I kind of do.
All right. I grabbed a cube out and it happened to be a green one. So,
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
yeah, fortuitous. It was meant to be.
All right. Well, we're putting this on Bagavoo.
On Bagavoo. Okay. Bagavoo is doing something fun.
Bagavoo is doing something fun. So I've got to zoom in to make sure I'm actually looking at the same things I am. I found my glasses, which is really great.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got an updated prescription. I had gone to see the eye doctor, and they're like, "How's your vision?" It's good. My reading glasses probably need to get updated. And they're like, "Oh, well, you haven't been here for
Sure.
5 years." I'm like, "What? 5 years?"
Can't have
So
been that.
yeah, I'm like, "Oh, I thought it was only a couple of years." They're like, "We're surprised you could see anything at all, Mr. Holmgren." So
Yeah, they're just saying that. Okay,
yeah,
so Bagavoo is indeed the guy I wanted. So I checked the command range. I got a few that are out of command. So I'm going to move them first because they have
okay,
to move into command. So going to flip this Jaeger. And so he's spending 2 to flip, 3, 4, 5, and now he's in command. So I'm
Okay.
going to stop. Okay. The Lancers are going to move 1, turn. Oops, always wrong way. 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, you can't
6.
go through the woods.
Whew, yeah, you're so right. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to rotate. And then we're going to flip. I'm going to move these guys. Because that's 1, does 2, 3, 4, 6. Going to, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These guys are going to go.
Are they supposed to end though in
They do not need
range?
to end in command. They can end outside of command, but that means that the next time they start, they have to move towards command,
Oh.
or they have to be in command when it starts. Here's what happens though. You take Bagavoo and you
And
put
you
him
move him 1
here,
hex.
right? And now all that you want is in command. So it's not game. It just represents the changes, I think, of the command post during combat and where they're emphasizing.
Okay.
So next turn he's going to be able to move. All right. So we're going to go 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to leave him where they're at. And I really hope I get a second activation release.
I see what you're trying to do is pack everybody into that little corner as humanly possible.
Right, because that's the objective. So I want to do that,
Yeah.
but if here's where it comes to down to the activation cubes and why I like this version of a fog of war. Because right now
Right.
it's like I made a bold move, but I could get pretty badly squished.
Right.
So we'll see. Actually, probably not pretty badly squished, but certainly you've got enough cavalry to do me some damage down there. All right, so that's it for Bagavoo. So let's draw another chit.
Okay.
Ah, and it's a green. Okay, this is a happy day. This is going to be a little bit of a send off for you to go to Portugal.
Now
Go
wait,
to
wait. He was supposed to move
wait.
back towards his commander.
Yeah, the commander was supposed to move, like I
Yeah.
told you, and didn't. Okay, so now he's locked. Okay, so let's go here. So let's go 1, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Nope. He can only move 6, right? This is a second activation, right?
Of course. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's too early. My tea's not gone. I
That's
apologize.
okay.
You're 6. So now 1, 2, and this is 6 as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, because it's cavalry on a second activation. 1,
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on a second activation. And this guy can move back into command, and Bagavoo can move to here. Okay. I think that is my second activation. All right. So we put it on the map, put it on the chart here.
All right, let me grab a cube and see what we get. Hey, it's a French one. All right, so now I have to figure out what to do. We've got you packing people in here like sardines. So we've got to figure out how to push some of these little people back. How do we achieve that?
Hold on. Victory?
Right, I think you've got to have 20 units west of the road.
Right. So let's assume you do nothing and let's count my pieces because I don't think I have 20. I think I have close.
You've got
not
1,
20.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 over the line right now. You could
I
add
counted
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Get those Cossacks there, 16. So just with the stuff that you've got there, you've got 16. That now, do you have 16 hex? You have 5 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes left on the map unless you can be in partial hexes. Like, yeah, interesting.
I don't think that my left-wing cavalry reserve is blocked from moving further. Is there?
No,
Is
but
there?
they're going to be blocked. But even
Oh,
if you do push, somebody through, they are there's going to be you've only got you could with what you've got in that neighborhood, you've got 16 units. So that
yeah,
means you need to get 4 somewhere else on the map.
or somewhere else.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's
So
what's up.
you're welcome to try and block that, but you might be better off blocking up in the north
Right.
where the actual winning point would occur if it were to occur.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at this point, there's not. I can see if I can do something
That would be a fun cavalry
later,
battle, right?
but yeah. Well, and that's why I moved the cuirassiers down there
Mhm.
to try to
Just saying.
uh,
Just
do
saying.
something exciting. Hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to try to spoil your plans, and I think I can achieve that. So I'm going to activate Milhood. Let's see. And he is with the 3rd Dragoons.
I see him.
And so we got to find that. 3rd Dragoons. Plunk. Plunk, plunk, plunk. Okay. So all of his friends are in command. Isn't that exciting? It is exciting. Let's see. So we will go. Um, 1, 2, 3. I have to stop when I get here, right? Or I guess I could force you to retreat
Yes, you can.
if that's what you want to do. All right, so I'm going to move there.
Okay, I'm going to evade.
Okay. All right. And then I will finish right there if you want to evade again.
Going to evade again.
Okay. All right. And then this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll come up there.
Oh, buggery. That's a bad one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, you had the potential of forming square. You could have seen me. Oh, actually, you don't because you've only got 2 increments.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
targets.
Yeah. I realized, oh, you're toast. Toast on a boat there. Well, then these guys are just going to come up and smash those guys. Because they can't form square either.
They're in
And
town though. They're in an obstructed hex.
are they?
Sir
Oh,
Pollen. That's Sir Pollen.
oh, you're right. Okay. So, well, we'll spare them the indignity of being destroyed today. Um, what should we do
Some Russian
instead?
cardboard will live.
Yes, indeed. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can't quite get around the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets him there. And the other guys will just form a screen here. So you don't do anything pesky.
I'm feeling pesky.
I'm sure you are. Well, I
All
do
right.
have a single attack
I have
right here.
uh, I have a whopping 1 defensive fire.
Yeah, but you get it twice.
I do.
So, and you get a +1 for it being defensive fire. So
Here we go.
you're
So
looking for
oh,
11s and
box buds.
12s.
And I
Not
didn't get it.
today. All right, so our odds are going to be off the charts.
Yeah.
So you got a -4 for that.
Okay. Well, doesn't matter because you're attacking me. So you're going to win. You're going to get an auto
Yep.
win, and I'm automatically going to lose 2 steps.
Yep.
So off he goes to the graveyard, or the delete, as I like to call it. And I'm going to get rid of an army fatigue point. There we go.
Okay, and then Bagavoo, I guess, needs to relocate somewhere else, right?
That works.
There we go. All right, and we'll have this guy advance. Yeah, we'll have this guy advance into the hex. And these guys will then be flipped. Okay. Cool beans.
All right, so let me go pull a cube. It's a blue.
It's another one. All right. So, do we continue the abuse of Bagavoo's group? That is the question.
Bag of abuse.
Indeed. This is when I wish I had the crosshairs over there. Like right in there.
Yeah. I think it was my 3rd or 4th game of Eylau when I really came to love the Cuirassiers.
Well, and so this is the other thing I wanted to bring up is that the way they've got the point values structured, it's almost like the Cuirassiers are better off as anti-cavalry units than anti-infantry units, which isn't really what they were. I mean, certainly they were tough against everybody, but with the way the point system is, they are you've got this -2 for them against anybody, I mean, any other cavalry. But when they're
Yeah.
fighting infantry, they're just like they're as good as a Cossack against infantry, and you're just like,
Well,
this doesn't seem right.
let's be nice. Good as a dragoon.
Yes, as
Yeah,
good
but
as a
it's
dragoon
not.
or good as a hussar.
Yeah,
Historically, though, the
they
cuirassiers
would.
packed a punch against the infantry is usually what they were used for, like this sort of super heavy type of.
It was a fist. It was a mailed fist.
Yep,
And in my reading, which is limited, all of the instances of squares broken that I remember seem to be cuirassiers. Like, that's probably coincidence, but
right,
big heavy horse dying on the line of bayonets and crashing into them, and you've got a hole.
right.
Right.
All right, so now I need to figure out what to do with the rest of Milhaud's force. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Bagavoo's activated twice, is that correct?
Agavoo is activated twice.
Okay.
So he's creeping across the line now.
Yeah, he's not getting anywhere because he's like -4 on the movement. So they're
Yep.
not going to be doing anything too exciting. So, bup, 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 bup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, you can't get there. All right, so we're going to activate Milhaud again. And so let's go ahead and find that happy cube and plunk it down on our big board of nastiness. And let's move this guy here. So your Cossack can't evade.
No, he can't.
Yep. And then we're going to come here. And let's see, what else shall we do with the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Milhaud. We'll bring him over here. And then we need to kind of move our guys to get them. Well, I don't know that we're going to be able to use them at this stage in the game. Because if I activate them a third time, they'll basically creep forward anywhere. So we'll just leave them where they are. They're doing fine as pickets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gets him there. And this guy will go here, and we should have, yep, we should have things kind of plugged up nicely. Okay. All right, I've got one attack on your Cossacks here. So,
Stand, you fiends, stand.
yeah, and they have to stand. So I've got a 2-to-1, which is going to give me a -2. Then you're Russian, so that's +1. So we're on the only a -1 so far. Are they under attack orders or defend orders or any orders?
They're under attack.
Okay, so there's nothing for that. They're being attacked from 2 hexes, so we're back to a -2. One fella's getting charged. I guess I don't know if that's a flank hex.
Nope, that's a
It's a
rear
rear
hex.
hex.
Cavalry doesn't have
So he's up
flanks.
to a -4.
Yep.
Um, I don't think there's anything else in that part of it.
No?
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what yeah. Then we can go to your side. There's no defensive fire. He's not green. I am tired, so that's a +2.
So it comes out to a net
So
-2.
next net -2. Okay. So we can go ahead and so I should have moved Melhode over there. I'll know better next time. Here we go. Let's
Yeah,
roll.
that's not as
A
good as I thought it was
10
going to be.
-2 is going to be an 8. So we each lose 1 apiece. So if I'd had Milhaud there, it would have made the difference.
It would have made the difference. It would have lost my stack of Cossacks.
Yep.
All right. Good deal.
Indeed. Okay. So now we go back to the bag of excitement. You get to draw a
I've been
cube.
highlighting formations for the people on the video. If you right click, one of the choices there is highlight formation. It's in the third group down, and that's what's giving us these little red around the units. And when you're in tenuous situations like this, where the command radius is maybe not obvious,
Right.
then that's a handy thing. So I've been turning them on and turning them off. So just so you see why the
Yeah,
screen
sure.
might be flashed. Okay. All right. So let's go haul up the bag and drag out of the bag. Green.
It's
Oh,
green. All right. It's the Russians get to do something exciting.
okay. Well, it is going to the left wing cavalry reserve.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rotate. Where are we going to go? 7. Rotate. Okay. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to pull the plug and actually attack with those guys because I don't think they're going to do much good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, they
1,
make for an effective screen.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is going to have to. So it says you don't have a fire because I'm leaving. So I'm going to go 1. It doesn't cost to leave a zone of control.
Oh, hang on. Move back because I could reaction charge, I guess.
Go for it.
Because you've got people that moved up. So I'll definitely reaction charge here
Okay.
with this guy.
All right.
So that's going to be because what's the other guy? Oh, he's only a little 4. Yeah, so I'll go here with that. So that's going to be a 1-to-1. So there's no pluses or minuses. You're Russian, so that's a +1. Um, oh, heck, maybe I'll throw this guy in. What's the worst that can happen? Um, so then that's going to give me 13-9. No, it's still a 1-to-1. But you're being attacked then from 2 hexes. So then that
Right?
is going to be a -1. So we're at 0. Um, it's a short charge, so it's a +2. And that's it.
Plus your leader benefit.
My leader, so +1. So it's just so a leader for me, so it's a minus. So I guess it's just a +1 in your favor.
Correct.
Correct? Okay, here we go. Let's roll,
Whoa.
see what we get. A 4. All right.
Oh, ouch. One. I can actually do here.
So he's
This
got to
better.
take a loss, and then he's got to.
Two, 2, 3. Oh, it should have been 3 and 4. Yeah, that's right. And so that's half his movement plus 1. Round it up.
Yep, and then he's tired.
He's tired. And he's not turning.
Okay. Yeah, I figured I better attack him before he attacks me because you get the bonus if you're the attacker, but you don't get the bonus if you're the defender.
No, you don't. It's absolutely absolutely correct.
Yep.
So then you reaction charged, and I was going to move this guy.
Yep. And so what I can do with my reaction charges, I will advance this guy into that hex. Oh, and don't you need to make a check to see if that guy stands?
What the heck am I doing? What game am I playing? Is this Panzer Leader?
I think so.
So yes, right. So I need to check here.
No,
And
no, because the guy was only adjacent to that unit.
right, you are.
Yeah.
Right, you are.
So I won't advance yet. I'll let you make your
Thank
stand
you.
check.
That's good. So now stand check. So I'm going to roll the dice and
Yep.
then we'll do modifiers. This is 6, so it's probably worth doing modifiers.
So he's going to have a minus something for the guy bugging out next to him. But you're
Good.
Russian, so that should be a 0.
Right.
So if you rolled a
So
6, I think he's fine. If you rolled a 5, then you'd be in trouble.
yeah, I think you're right.
Okay.
Smaller than 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
All right. Then I will advance.
And then I will move. 1, 2, 3. And I will. Now that I know Cossacks are so amazingly brave and valiant, I'm going to block your.
That's fine. Knock yourself out.
All right. Okay. So I think that's it for my move. So I intended to attack here.
Right, which
So
is
I'm
why
going to
I
try.
moved one guy away. So now you get to attack
Yeah.
2 different places if you want, or nowhere at all.
Well, I'm not. This is something I need to ask the designers because I was headed here before you countercharged.
Yeah.
So this one is attacking this empty space.
Well,
What do
he
I
can
do?
attack the guy next to him. He can attack this guy, right? It's still a front hex.
Still is a front hex.
So
You're
this
right.
guy can attack there, and these 2 guys can attack there. That's still a possibility.
All right. Well, let me do that then.
Yeah.
So let's start with the guys that are stacked here. So this guy is attacking there, so it's a 2-to-1.
Yep.
So
you'll have a -2 for that.
Mhm.
Then you will have. I'm being attacked from more than 1 hex, so that's going to be a -3.
I'm not attacking for more than 1 hex. I'm just attacking with the dragoons.
Oh, you're not attacking with. Okay, so that's a
No, 'cause the
-2.
Cossacks can't attack through the frontal arc.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. They have to. they'd have to make a morale check or something to attack,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. I don't want to look it up.
Okay,
So they're just there to block.
right.
So all right. So I think that's it. I think it's the -2, and then what else did we figure up? That was it, right?
Well, and then I have a leader there who adds 1 in my favor, so then it's just a -1.
-1.
And me being tired doesn't impact my defense.
Not now. It
Not
doesn't.
now, it doesn't. No. Yep. So
All right.
go ahead and roll
7.
a 7. And with the -1, that's going to be enough. Well, even if without that, it would be enough. Okay. So he's going to take a loss. And then we have to figure out where he goes. So he could go here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 gets him right there. Or 4, I guess 4 would get him right there. So,
Either one.
let's hit the button, the big fat friendly undo button. Well, aren't I supposed to be heading towards the north? I mean, towards the west.
Yeah, I think the French it says
Yeah,
the west,
1,
northwest,
2,
or
3,
southwest.
4. So he should end up over there.
That's fine. That's just perfect.
Okay.
All right, and then let's take this 2-1 down here on the last Dragoon unit.
Okay.
And so that is a -2.
Okay.
And I don't think there's any modifiers whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, an 11.
11. So that's going
You
to
defend it.
be. Oh, so you're going to lose 1 and you'll be tired.
I am. And so is he. Okay.
All right. Oh, and I need to mark my guy. Oh, he was already marked as tired because he was in that other combat. Okay. Well, that was exciting as all get go.
Yeah, all right. Good. So let's draw another cube. It's your turn to draw, I think.
Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. Hey, it's French. So now we have to figure out what to do. At this stage in the game, where are we at? Bagaboo's boys are just going to be creeping along. You've got a little bit of fun. What's that? Oh,
I just
yeah.
cleared the move markers because it starts over.
Do you want to take the highlight off of that Division 2?
Sure. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Cool. So now, do I activate the Cuirassiers and have them do something interesting, mildly interesting, slightly interesting? They really can't get too far is the problem.
Nope, they're in a bit of a pickle maneuver-wise because they've got the town behind them.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here.
It's going to channelize your attack on the Cossacks. My brave Cossacks.
Brave Sir Robin. All right, and then can they? Well, I guess they can. They can, if they want to do any charge, reaction charge, or otherwise, they have to make a morale check of some sort, right? I
The
think they have to
Cossacks?
roll better than an 8 or something.
I have to look it up.
Okay. So,
I don't look it up because that's actually a good question.
yeah, that's what I seem to remember.
Oh, man. I don't like the rules organized. I really, really rely on my notebook LM a lot. Okay, much happier. Cossacks cannot charge against infantry or unlimbered artillery through their front hex sides, but they can charge cavalry after they pass a check. Requires rolling 2 dice with no die roll modifiers. If the result is greater than 8, the assault charge proceeds as launched. If it's adjacent to any unit and fails its check, it can evade. Cossacks can always evade by retreating 1 hex. Always.
Okay.
Enemy unit, the
Hey,
division does not.
so we forgot to roll for a stand check for this guy. So let me go ahead and do that now. Okay, he's happy. Hmm.
I'm thinking a nice Cossack reaction charge against a Cuirassier unit twice its size.
I'm thinking that's probably good. All right, I'm going to activate, I believe, I'm going to activate the first Dragoons. They need to get their revenge. So let's see here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or do we go that way? Yeah, so here we go. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 gets me there. And everybody else is only worth 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets me over there. We're going to use our leader because why not? All right, and 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, why not? It does
Here.
seem like 10:45 on November 11th, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I moved my guy here on top of your leader. Do you want to move him somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm moving. So I'm adjacent to your Cossack. Don't know if you want to move your Cossack or
No,
not.
I'm good.
You're good. All
I'm
right.
good.
Can you, so if I attack you then, can you withdraw or?
I think I just read that I can, but I could stand. I mean, at that point,
Okay.
it's probably worth it. You're not in my flank. You're a 3, I'm a 4. I've got a commander.
Yeah, until I bring the next guy around.
Until you bring the next guy around.
Right, and then it's a different story entirely.
Well, let's read that story when the book gets there.
All right. We like books. Cool. Those guys are all tired, so
I
we
don't know if I
can
told you, I'm
just.
reading this book, 1809 Thunder on the Danube.
Oh,
Apparently,
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah. I've heard
book
about
series.
that one. That's a good one.
I'm really excited to get further into it. Sorry, I interrupted you. It's my bad.
That's okay. All right. So we've got that. So we've got one attack. We're going to do, these two guys are going to attack there. So we're going to have 10 to 8. So that's a 1-to-1. So there's no advantage there. We've got, you're Russian, so that gives you a +1, but you're being attacked from 2 hexes, so that's a -1, so we're at 0. You're not being hit through your flank or anything exciting like that.
Nope.
There's no defensive fire. I do have somebody who's tired, so that's going to be a +2. And then I got my leader there who's a -1, so we're just at a +1 altogether. That
That's
seems
what I
to
make
be
it.
how it looks. Okay, let's see, we're hoping for a low roll. A 10, that's not low
Ooh,
enough. Okay, so we're going to have to take a loss. Oh, well.
that happens.
That does happen. And this guy will then be marked as tired. Okay. And that takes care of that activation. Back to the bag.
Back to the bag.
Your time. Your turn to draw. Hey,
Green.
we're just bouncing back and forth.
Yep. All right. I'm querying the oracle. Hold on. Oh, the oracle's slow.
That's the way oracles usually work.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they tell you something you just can't figure out. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do what? Okay, so
Have you
dang it.
have you picked
Dang
which
it.
one you're going to activate yet or not?
No, I haven't. I'm doing that. Let me go do that right now because I've got to deal with this anyway. So let's just figure out how I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to take the cube on Bagavoo.
Okay, kind of figured that.
Yeah, because that makes sense. It's the last go, last
Yeah.
hurrah. But you've got to do something here. So I'm going to assault from here or charge from here to here.
You can't because that's not one of Bagavoo's forces.
This left wing, you're right.
Yeah.
This is Bagavoo. So Bagavoo is going to go here. Get
That's
lymphatic.
all you're doing?
Here. No, I'm going to do more. I'm just telling you what
Oh.
I'm going to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to charge there. And then this guy, I'm not going to worry about just yet. And then I got to get these over the road. So let me get, and they can move 4, I think. Is it
They've got
4?
4 less. So
4
your
left.
Lancers
4
have a
left.
movement of 4. Your
1,
Hussars have a movement of 5.
2, 3, and 4. Do you concur that the partial
Yeah, yeah,
hex
yeah,
is a move?
yeah. Yeah. The ones that are just a little tiny sliver, I wouldn't say that they are going to count for anything, but
Yeah.
the ones that are like, 2/3 of a hex.
Yeah, I guess the rule of thumb, not because we can always argue about something, but the rule of thumb would be if you're below the next hex line. So if it's a full half, you're good.
Yeah.
So good
But
at
like
that.
the hexes on either side that are just there, just a little
Yeah,
sliver, I'd say nah.
yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay, now that's got to
okay,
be
yeah.
passed. And then I'm going to move my leader. And this guy actually has to move towards his leader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. So I'm going to unhighlight. Oops. I'm going to clone a unit. Sorry.
You're cloning a unit?
I didn't know what I did. I gave him a damage point, and I don't need to do that.
That was weird.
Yeah, I let my right mouse, I let go of it too soon. So that.
All right. And so then you've got the attack on
this guy right here.
those guys there. Okay. So we're 1-to-1 from the looks of it.
1-to-1.
Yep. So there's no pluses or minuses. There's no orders. I don't have a leader. Blah blah blah. We go to your side. You're just going to have the +1 for Bagavoo. Am I missing anything?
Brave Bagavoo, I insist. We call him Brave Bagavoo.
Brave Bagavoo. A 5.
And I am
That's good enough. Okay. So this guy will take a loss, and he's going to go back 1, 2, 3.
And I'm going to occupy the hex.
Okay. Before you do that, let me roll for this guy to see if he sticks around or not. So I'll have I think just a -1 on the roll, but a +1 for my leader. So here we go. 7. He's fine. He'll stick around. Okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
Bagavoo gets over the road.
Bagavoo gets over the line.
Yep, just by the skin of his teeth.
Okay, so we're good. It's over to you to pull.
Over to me. Let's grab something exciting. Hey, it's another Russian one.
All right, how many has this been in a row?
Well, we've been bouncing back and forth. So no, it's not your third because you had. So remember, I just did my French activation. I did the first Dragoons. So we've been kind of going back and forth between the two. So this will be your second activation in a row.
Okay. And this guy down here, if I hadn't been monologuing, that would have made it across. I'm just saying.
So why is that?
Because he was out of command, and I was showing you out of command, and oh look, he's had to move back to command, and then I never actually. So that was monologuing. I love The Incredibles. So
I love that show too. That was a fun movie.
That was really fun.
All right. So at this point, Bagavoo is well. I don't know that you'd get him over the line. You'd get him to the line, right? But there isn't any more room to get him on the other side of the line.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends upon what other things had happened. There was a chance to get him over the line. There's
potentially.
no chance now, right?
Yeah.
Potentially. Depends upon what you would have responded and what I had attacked.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. So you got 6 you got to get over the line somewhere else.
6 I got to get across the line.
Yep.
Okay, I don't think there's any way that I can do this. Not any freaking way. Okay, so that is with division, and that is still the same division. Okay, I'm going to activate the 8th division.
8th division. Okay, these are the green guys in the middle.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't feel like you've ever seen Russian infantry attack. I'm just always using cavalry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that you've had more room to maneuver down in the south. So.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's see what the brave 8th decides to do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, how exciting. I'll charge you.
Go for it.
Yep. So you've got 9, I've got 7, so we're at 1-to-1 odds. Um, you're you're not elite. You're just normal people, but you are Russian, so that's a +1. Oh, actually, you get defensive fire.
Oh, that's right.
You're on
That's
the
column, so it's a whopping 2.
yep. 2 with a +1. Nope, not good enough for anything.
Not even
Okay, cool. Um, then let's see what else we have. Then, so we got a +1 for you being Russian. It's a short charge, so that's going to be another +2. So we are at +3 in your favor, but I'm French Guard Grenadiers. Am I? No, I'm
Your
just French
Chester is technical.
elite. So Guard Grenadiers. Oh, those are the different guys. Okay. GD. Okay, so but I'm still a -1, so we're at +2 altogether. There's no leader there, no leader for you. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and roll and see what we get. A 7 +2. Is it? Yeah, so a plus. Yeah. So we should be at a loss for me.
That can't be right. Are you
Why
sure?
is that? Because we
Because I
would need to
there's
if as long as you had a plus in your favor. Oh,
but
yeah.
there's we no
Because you're Russian and it's a short
right
charge, but I'm elite. Oh no, but you're not in
alone in the
square.
hex,
Oh yeah.
out of square.
So that's gonna be what is that?
Let's go -4,
Oh
minus
yeah,
3,
so that's gonna be a -3. So it's then gonna be a net of a -1.
1.
So
Then
nope.
you roll, and so
Yep.
it's a
So
6.
you've lost and you have to run away.
All right. So I take 2 per unit. Loss.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Loss.
about that whole you're not in square business.
Yeah. But you are now tired.
I am.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go reset that guy. No, we're not. I'm going to go there.
Did you push anybody back in the process? No.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got to go 2 more. 4, 5, 6. Right? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you have to
4.
go back 6.
Yeah, that's right. I'm getting further away from him all the time. That's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
All right. So, do I occupy the hex? That is the question. And the answer is yes. Yes, we will occupy that hex.
Dag nabbit. Pardon my offensive Russian.
That's okay.
Okay.
Now, you do need to roll for this guy to stand.
Indeed. Let's roll the
So, the
dice.
guy next to him,
Dude, that's bad.
ooh,
Okay,
he
let's check
might
it out.
bug out.
Yeah.
So,
What
you're
is it?
Russian, that's +1. The guy next to you retreated, so that's -1, so you're at 0. There's
And then I got
enemy
+2.
cavalry in your zone, so that's a -2, and your leader adds 2, so it's a 0. So, and you roll a 3, so
Ah,
those guys need to bug out,
they do.
and they need to take a loss.
1 overall, right? Not 1
Yeah,
per.
just one, not one per. It's just one loss per unit. No, the lead unit loses, so the top unit loses 1.
It's always the top
Yep,
unit, right?
yep.
I'm going to change that and go here. And then I can move artillery 1 hex and a prolonging.
Yep.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, what if the leader has to go back with him? I guess he does.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move this one. 1,
Wait,
2.
that's the guy that just got kicked back.
He did, but he hadn't moved yet.
He did.
So
He moved up here and he got.
oh, he moved. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
moved
the
and got.
guy that got
Yeah,
reaction
yeah.
charged. Yeah.
Sorry. So
I'm
many
pretty
hits.
sure
So
that's the guy. Oh, no,
no,
no, no. It's this guy here. Okay, this guy hasn't
yeah,
moved,
yeah.
but this was the one who did. I'm going to put a
So
smoke marker on him
good idea.
so we know.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't do that anyway. I'm just gonna leave it where he is. I'm going to. These guys here are. Three, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So you're going to start up here with assault. So you have defensive fire on this guy.
Oh, okay. Who is he assaulting?
He's going to assault him.
Oh, okay. Exciting. So let's go do this. So this guy's in line, so that's going to be 8. 8.
Right.
So we're on the 8 chart. We got a +1 for it being defensive fire. And we got a +1 since you're in columns. So we're on the 8 chart with a +2. Here we go. A 7, that's going to be a 9.
I'll do it.
That's good enough for a single hit. All right, then here we are on the 6 column, also with a +2. And that's another hit.
Well, that kind of spoils my morning.
Well, that happens. Then this guy's on the 2 chart with a +2. And that's a miss. All right, so you've got 10 to 3. So you've got 3 to 1 odds. So that's going to give you a -2. I'm elite, so I'm a +1. So you're just at a -1 at this point. Then infantry in line, assaulted by infantry in column is a -1. So now we're at -2. Are we missing anything else up on the top? No, that seems to have been it.
That's it.
Okay. So then we've got, where are we at? Losses to fire. You took 2 losses, so now we're at 0. But your guy's an elite unit, so that's a -1.
This, I think, is not.
And then that's it, right? So it's just a single -1.
-1 against the Imperial Guard.
There you go. Oh,
7.
that -1 made all the difference.
Did it what?
Okay.
All right.
So he's going to take a loss, and he's got to bug out. So he's got to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes, puts him there. Then we roll for everybody else in the neighborhood. So these guys have to roll. They're going to have a, they're elite, well, they're French Guard Grenadiers, so they're +3. They lost a friend next to them, which is a -1. So now they're just at a +2. And then their leader is another 2. So they got a +4 altogether. Let's roll. So they pass. Then the guys in the
Wait,
church
wait.
are going to have +3, -1 becomes a +2. And then they're obstructed terrain, so it's +3 again. And they pass. Okay?
Okay. I am going to take the hex.
I would think you should.
Ooh, I want to take the whole stack though. Okay. But there's some. All right.
Something to look forward to.
Something there. Okay, so now the last guy is these guys down here, and you've got
I got some
infantry.
defensive fire.
You got a bit of it. Quite a
So
bit of
are
it.
both of those hexes attacking?
Both of those hexes are attacking.
Cool. So this guy will fire on those chaps, and he's going to be on the 8 chart. We will have a +2 for you being in column, plus, so we'll be on a plus. Oh no, that's artillery. So we'll just a +2. So 8 chart with a +2. A 7 is a miss. Okay. And then on this one, I've got 8. And then the guns are ×4, so that's another 8. So I've got 16, but I got to split it 2 ways.
Correct.
So how do we split it? How do we split it?
If it were me, I would split it 15 and 1. Because 15 is going to give you a better chance
Yeah.
than the 8s of getting 2 hits, and that's going to be a die roll modifier.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely we'll take the 15. And so it's +1 for defensive fire, +2 since it's artillery against column. So we're at a +3. I guess now we wouldn't use the French infantry versus square because we can't. That's a little gamey, right?
Against square, well, I mean,
No, no,
French
no, no,
infantry.
no, no. The French infantry against you. I don't. French infantry
Yeah.
firing against you. So do we add that as well?
I think that you would pick, if it were me, I would pick the better of the 2 modifiers, which is the
Yeah,
artillery.
yeah. That's kind of what I think too. So we have a total then of a +3 on the 15 chart. So here we go.
Mhm.
A 7. That's going to be a 10. So that's going to be 2 hits on this guy here.
Great.
And so you need to take one more hit.
Didn't it go? Oh,
No,
shoot.
it
Hold on.
just
I wasn't
looks like it
looking.
only did 1.
Okay. I was trying the keyboard command. Oh, and this is the. Okay, sorry. I don't want to talk about it.
There we go. Okay, and then we're on the 1 chart with a +3. And that's a miss. Okay, all right. So now you've got your attack. So you have 7 and 11. You've got 18. 18 to 8. So you're at 2 to 1. So that's a -1. I'm not elite, but I am under defend orders. So that's going to be a +2. So it's a -1 for you so far, but I mean a +1 for me so far. But I'm being attacked for more than 1 hex, so we're at a 0 right now.
Yep.
Not being attacked through the flanks, this, that, whatever else. Infantry in column against infantry in line is a -1. So we're at a -1. All right. And I think we've got everything taken care of on the top half of the table.
All
We
right.
go down, losses to defensive fire. You took 2 losses. So now we're at a +1 for me. And then you are attacking
Uphill.
uphill, so that's another +2. So we're at a +3.
+3. Roll low.
Oh my
Ho!
gosh, that's a great roll.
Did I need low or what?
Yeah, you definitely did.
All
So
right.
the each unit's going to take a loss, and these guys will take a loss, and then we'll figure out the guns once I move the infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then let's roll for the guns and see if they stick around. They do. So they will limber up and move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so somebody gets to advance up the hill.
That's right. Okay. Wow. I'm excited. That was great.
Well, good. You had 2 successful attacks, and that was
I
about as good
did.
a roll as humanly possible.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
okay. I'm super psyched. Okay, so
we go
that is
back
the
to
end
the
of my
bag.
move. Back to the bag.
Let me grab something. Hey, it's a blue cube. So now we have to figure out what to do with the wild and wacky. Oh, actually, wait, before we go, I need to do a stand check here.
And check. Yep,
So
yep.
here we go. Let's
Great.
roll. He's happy. Hmm. 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 Okay. Well, that wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but it's okay. We can figure it out. We're going to activate the 1st Division here, and they're going to try to get their revenge. Revenge. All right, so that is the 1st Division of that corps. And it doesn't matter where I put the cube. It's never where I want it to be when I bring up the board.
I know it's always like 20 pixels
Yeah.
offset, whatever.
Okay, so now we need to kick you back. Well, we will prolong those guys there for fun and profit. And then these other guys need to come storming up the battlements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, they can't quite get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could, because he's fast. 1, 2. 1, 2. I get a whole bunch of people there. Okay. Well, I don't know that it makes a big difference, but we're going to take this guy and just shove him right there. Then we got some other people we can try to set in some part of the world. Who are those guys? Those guys are kind of beaten up. Just what we need. And I'm just like, the colors are so close to each other.
Yeah, I know it.
It's like, why are you doing this to me? All right, we'll
It's
throw that
secondary.
guy in. Whoops.
I like the idea of color differentiation, but it's too hard to do with too many units. You know, if you had 4 divisions on the field, easy as cake.
Yeah. Well, and you can see that, I mean, that core is green, but The difference between the one division's green and the other division's green is a little too subtle for me.
Yep.
Let's see. We'll move this guy up here and we will put him in line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he can go into line. And let's turn him. All right, so that way everybody, we have at least something resembling a defense. All right, and then these guys will actually be in line. And these guys will be in, they'll be in line too. And do we have anybody else we can put over there? Yeah, we do. We can get those guys in line over there as well. Whoops. Okay. And then where do we go with the last of the guys? The last of the boys. This guy's going to come up here and he can then go into line. And let's adjust his facing and put him here. And where was that guy at? I don't think he was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now that presents a problem what you just did there.
How's that?
Well, it's not necessarily a problem, but it's an interesting question. If I attack that guy, he's got units from 2 divisions. If one of these divisions is in a defend order and one's in an attack order, what do you take?
Oh, I'd go with the defend order.
All right, then we'll do that if it comes up.
Yeah, because usually on the defense, we're always favoring the defender.
Yep. And we've
Yeah.
said before, if we've got 2 modifiers, we pick the most advantageous. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It just hit me as a curiosity.
Yeah. All right. So we've got that, and then those guys. Well, we'll go ahead and we will stack them underneath Houdelet. Give him a little bit more of a oomph. And last but not least, where do we put the last guy? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't really get him any further than he is right now. So we're going to just put him. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess 6 puts him over there. All right. No, we won't. We'll just leave him there. I think that's better. And then Desjardins, we need to park him somewhere that's going to be advantageous. So we're going to put him there. Okay, that's it for friendly neighborhood. So we're back to your pick.
You're not going to attack?
No, I'm not going to attack. I don't need to attack.
You smug Frenchies, you.
Yeah.
All right. No, you're right.
Yeah, and in fact, I mean, I didn't even need to move those guys there, but because you can't like pass people through. They're going to have to stop there, right?
Yeah,
So
they'd have to attack Besseret.
yeah.
So, and which is not impossible, but that's a question. So let's go ahead and pull a
Oh,
cube,
so
and it
actually,
is a red one.
hey, it's time for us to fire. So you had the initiative, so you kick off the shooting on your end of the universe.
All right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? This is terrible. It's terrible. Okay, I'm gonna start up here, and I'm gonna fire edge cavalry here.
Okay.
So that is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes off.
and it's 2 points. So where's my chart? So it's
So
just
at
something
5
we're gonna
hexes, you're on the 2 chart with
yeah,
no pluses.
2 charts, no pluses. Yep, looks like it. 7-0.
Nope.
All right. So then the next guy over here is a 4. Now I'm firing at the same unit and so it's a 4, still no pluses.
Yep.
9, getting close.
Well, on the 4 table, that's actually a hit.
Is it? I
Yeah.
keep thinking it's not. 4 at 9. Yes, indeed. Good. I'll take that. Okay. All right. And now these guys have been displaced here, but they're going to fire as well. Now they're further range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're
6.
on
They're
the
just right at the, yeah. So they're half. So they're on the 1 chart. No, they've got
2 of them.
2 of them. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
The heavy artillery is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure I'm right there. That's full strength. So that's 8.
Okay.
Oh, man. Do you want me to keep firing, or do you want to take some defensive fires?
Yeah, I'll do some shooting.
Okay, I'm going to
So,
speed go
uh,
forever.
you want to take the shot here with what's his name?
Yeah, let me get that.
So you're on the 2 chart, no pluses.
All right.
Okay.
And then this guy's got one. And then that finishes it off for that whole side. And that does nothing.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. Well, then he can fire. Actually, I can pivot him, can't I? Because you can take a turn at the beginning
Yep.
of the fire phase. So I'm going to turn him that way. Oh, no. Yeah, I can turn him that way. Good. And then I will go ahead and have them fire on you here. So that's going to be, we're on the 8 chart with a +2. And that's a miss. And then this one's 8 chart with a +2, 8 chart with a +2, and then the 2 chart with a +2. So for the next one on the 8 chart, +2, that's going to be 12. Hey,
That's
that's
2.
2 hits and a morale check. So the top unit's eliminated.
Delete. And
All right, and then your stand check is going to be your +1 for being Russian, but -2 for the guy being eliminated. So you're a -1.
Hold on, I just got to throw away a fatigue point real quick. Hold
Okay.
on.
And then there's cavalry within 2. So you've got a -3 altogether.
That's a stinker. Okay, well, let's try it. Roll 12.
A 7 -3 is a 4. So they are going to take a loss and bug out. Well, let me continue to shoot at them, though. I still have a shot from there, so we can do some additional damage. So that's 8 plus 2 is a 9 on the 8 chart. So that's another hit. And then we're on the 2 chart with a +2. Ooh, that's a 12. That's another hit.
Good grief. Well, I rolled some good ones. That was not good.
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. So he has to retreat.
Yep.
So now he has to take another loss. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the first time I've had musketry do so much damage. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. That's why I parked them there. I figured I'd get 2 shots with the cube. The chances were pretty good that I'd be able to hose him. All right. I've got some artillery. So these guys will fire on you here. So we're at a range of 3. And so I'm going to be at just ×2. So I'm going to have 4, a value of 4. And I will have a +2 for you being in column. So we're on the 4 chart with a +2. A 7 becomes a 9.
I'm actually in line.
Oh, they are. I'm sorry. So it's a nothing. Nothing's done. No damaged. I'm just so used to all your guys have come pounding forward in
Columns.
in columns. Yeah, indeed.
Speed.
Okay.
Audace.
So let me go ahead and put a smart marker on those guys. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and do some shooting with your guns?
All right. Here is a 4, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Who are you shooting at?
Oh,
Who's your target? Oh, okay.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So that's straight up. So it's a 4.
Okay. No pluses, no minuses. 11. That's good enough for a hit.
Oh, so close.
No, actually, it's better because aren't you heavy guns?
Yeah, so I get a +1.
Yeah,
and you're
you
right.
get
I
a
get
+1, so it's a 12. So that's going to be 2 hits. Bing, bing.
Okay, I didn't see the hits go off. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Bit of a
All
delay
right.
here.
Next.
Same thing.
Okay. Same thing,
+1.
same guy, same channel.
So that's an 11.
That's 11. So that's another hit. Hey, you've got your luck. I have my luck.
That did sound pretty good, didn't it? Okay.
Indeed. All right. Then we've got some other shooting down here in the middle. So Deschardins can pivot and take a shot at you. So we're going to be on the 8 chart with a +1 for you being in column. Here we go. That's going to be 11 on the 8 chart. That's 2 hits.
Which one are you firing at here?
On this guy, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not much left of him.
Not much.
Nope. All right, and you go ahead and fire back.
Right. So he is going to be 1. Oh, it's simultaneous. So
Yeah.
3. So that still comes out as
it's still 2, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And 11 on the 2 chart is a single hit. All right, let's scratch a unit. This has been some pretty bloody fire combat here.
It really has.
Yeah,
It feels very Napoleonic.
it does. It does. All right. Good. So now we're over here to these guns. They're going to fire here on those boys. We're at a range of 2, so we're doubled. So we're going to be at 4. And 4 to 4. So we're on the 4 chart, and I guess it's a +4 for you being in square. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. 7 + 4 is 11, so that's a single hit. All right, and then I know you've got some horse guns over here.
Oh, all sorts of things over here, but don't worry about that for now. Oh, you want to take them? Yeah, let's take them now.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well shoot those guys, right? Yeah. Yeah, so they can pivot. They can take a shot at Grouchy, or they can shoot somewhere else.
Given the Grouchy's sitting here, I got to take it.
So you're going to be ×2, so you're going to be on the 12 chart. Right. No pluses, no minuses. A 6 on the 12 chart. That's good enough for a single hit.
A single hit, good.
Scratch a few dragoons.
Okay, over to you.
Over to me, indeed. Let's see. I've got these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think my horse guns can shoot 6. Yes, so they can take a shot at those guys there. So they're going to be worth, I guess, 1 point. Yeah, but we get a +4. So who knows? You could get lucky. A 9 + 4. Oh, that's going to be 13. That's 13, good enough for a single hit.
Which guy now?
The guy that's in square. So I basically, this guy here fired down that way.
Whoa, that is a lucky shot.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, then these guys.
Wait, stop. I got to undo.
Oh, what did you do? Did you eliminate somebody?
I think I did. Well, it doesn't look like it's coming back. There it is.
No, it's back, yeah. So you just need to take a loss as opposed to eliminate a unit.
There we go.
Okay, cool. All right, then I got these guns and these guns. Those guys are ×2. No, are they 1, 2, 3, 4? No, so they're just a 1. So we're on the 2 chart with a +4. So first one, second one. So they're both the same. 2 chart with a +4. That's going to be
a hit each?
11. So that's 2 hits. Bing, bing.
And now he's got to move to the top of the stack because he's no longer in square.
No, why? Isn't the whole stack in square? I mean, you have altogether in that hex, you've got 7 increments.
Yeah, but I think that an individual unit that goes under 3 has to be out of square. I think it's by units. I don't think it's by hex.
That doesn't make any sense.
Let me check it with the developers, but let's go with all right, let's take it under for now, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah. I mean,
okay, now let me just write that down as a note. Hold on.
Square. Let's see. Line obstructed. So it says a unit, and then in parentheses, or stack of 2 infantry units needs to have a minimum of 3 SPs in order to form square. So yeah. That's right there on page 20. So yeah, they're still in square.
Okay, good.
It would only be if he were the only unit in there, but because he's
Only
part of the
unit.
stack, he's fine.
Yep.
So okay. Um, that's it. I don't think there's any more fire. I don't have anything more to fire.
I do not have anything on the south for sure. I do not
Yep.
have anything in the center.
Yep.
I got limbered artillery that can't fire.
Right. Yeah, those guys that
Yep,
ran
that's
away.
it.
Okay.
Yep, pull it back. Pull
So
back.
let's go ahead and remove the smoke. Smoke gets in your eyes. Go back to the thing. Did you draw that cube? I
I
guess
drew
it's
the
my
red.
turn. Um, we'll draw one more. Do you have to? We've got 13 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, if draw the cube and then let's talk about what the result is. Okay, blue. I
It's
think
a
I
blue.
lost the game. I think I lost the game. If it had been a green, there's a slight but non-zero chance that I could push something across the line. What I would have done, but I think we should end the game. Do you concur?
I think it's going to be very challenging for you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I would like to do is I would move the second division, which very helpfully was placed exactly in the right spot
Mm-hmm.
once all the other stuff moved out. So I would move something up here like that and try and push those guys out.
Bessier.
Bezier.
Right.
See. And then this guy would have probably moved forward. And let's say hope against hope, he actually did something against the now pretty depleted cavalry.
Right.
If he took the hex, he still wouldn't be across the road.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I
So,
was planning on doing, we can just hit the undo button.
yeah.
So what I was going to do is, um, I Bessier has been stuck under a move order the entire game. I've been trying to get him on an attack order for the entire game. So I would then just pull this guy out. I maybe push this guy up or something where he can't do much, but bring this guy over so now he can reaction charge. Put this guy in the gap so now he can reaction charge. And so now if you came forward with anybody, they're going to get hit with reaction charge stuff. I might have a guy here, and then this guy here.
Yeah. So you definitely the French move would have done it.
Yeah, yeah. So I think what was key was that this hex bugged out and the fact that I
Yep.
got that cube.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I felt like I had to take the hex.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean there wasn't any other. And then now the issue that you're going to have is if you the 8th division because their commander ran away, you've got most of the 8th division is out of command.
But the H division is already spent. I have the third division, which is these guys in square here.
Oh, that's
Third
the
division
3rd
is
division.
moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
made the same mistake, yeah, because of the colors.
Yeah.
And then second division, second and third division are the only two that are really effective here, but they are effective. So they had a
Yeah.
chance, but a slim one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I figured I still had the dragoons here that if you tried to do anything, I'd be able to turn and hit you in the rear or you'd be forced to form square or whatever. So,
Yeah, I probably would have taken the chance now and moved this division up this way, right? So if I'm moving away from you, you can't. Your reaction charge is only here.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It would be your next activation. Yeah.
Right. But you've only
Or
got, let's see. Well, so the 8th division is out of can't. So these two units are basically stuck where they're at.
yeah, or the
Um,
combat.
yeah. Um, so the 6th division or 2nd division, you got something you could do with those 4 units.
Mhm.
And then the 3rd division, where's your leader?
Third division was Tolstoy, so it's right
So
here. I
he's
couldn't do
here.
anything here.
So they're out of
Yeah.
command too.
Yeah.
Yep. So you really, I mean, you'd have to take an activation just to move your leader. So, yeah, yeah. At
Which
that
would be
particular point,
easy, but they were short on activations. This is one of those cases where you had to make the decision earlier and not do something else.
yeah, because you
There's a
used
lot of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
You've used 5 activations. You've got 2 left. So the second division would have been one of them. And then maybe you'd push it again the second. But at this point in time, I got you bottled up.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And then getting that French cube. Yeah.
Congratulations on a fine victory, Eric.
Yeah, well, this was fun. I got a chance to do more stuff with the cavalry than previously. And this is actually, I think this is, if I hadn't done the, the attack with that one division of Augereau's guys, I could have set up a better defense. I think, the French, with the Russians being on the honest for the attack, if the French player just plays defensively, they have a good chance of winning. I think the only thing that I would have done differently, and maybe we can play this one again because this was a good scenario, probably most balanced scenario.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, is just kind of repositioning things. Okay, well, very good. This was fun. We got to do the grand charge. And did you say this is the first time you've played this scenario?
When we started this had been the first time I played it.
Oh, okay.
But I played one in between.
Okay.
But it didn't go very far.
Were
and
you
then
the
I've
French?
Played, I was I don't even remember. It's a bit of a blur. What I have been is I've been in the French on the full game.
Right.
And I moved 6 divisions of cavalry down to my right flank and tried to turn the flank here at Serpollen.
Right.
That was really pretty brutal against the Russian left wing cavalry. So I ended up with 3 of Davout's divisions and 4 cavalry divisions, and it was there's. I'll show you the board at some point. It's just all packed with units.
Right.
It's very un-Napoleonic, but but the charge is just unstoppable.
Right.
And then I've run it out for 2 activations. So
you got 2 in a row. Okay.
Got 2 in a row. So the first time I had 4 divisions, and then the next one I added one of the other divisions, so it was 5 divisions, and it penetrated up. It started about here, and it penetrated up to about here.
Oh wow!
And it got some artillery. My opponent is Mark Trowbridge. Mark Trowbridge,
Okay.
the editor. He's up here. Maybe I didn't make it quite this far. I didn't take Serpollen, but I knocked a lot of things out of it. He's holding a really good line here. So he's still got most of his cavalry sitting right out here. And he's blocked. I have Davout's division coming over this side, and he's got one of the divisions, and he's got that blocked off. He's using his Cossacks very well.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a super game. I really like the system. I'm very excited about Quatre Bras. And, at some point, hopefully we'll get an opportunity to play that when it's released.
Yes. Jason Henke says, "Thank you, gentlemen, and good morning. I had lots of fun lurking and watching you guys as I usually do when I can catch you." So thank you, Jason. Glad that you enjoyed it, and hopefully people have learned from it. I've certainly gotten better at this game the more often I've played. So once again, Matt, thank you so much for indulging me with this. And yeah, and I will see you in a couple of weeks when I'm back from beautiful sunny Portugal.
Absolutely. And have a Vino Verde for me.
Maybe I'll have 2.
Please.
All right. Take care and farewell, everybody out there in the YouTube universe. And we will see you on the next one.
Thank you.